Hello, so today is Assassin's Creed Syndicate sequence number 7, and I apologize that we are starting straight away with it. I just now realized that my recording crashed after a couple gang wars, one gang war, a couple borough pickups, and the very first mission within the sequence. So long story short, with the actual story of what you missed, picked up some burrows. Southwark is ours, and Jacob in the last sequence had basically tanked the um, British economy. So Evie stole some plates that were stolen from the Royal Treasury and burned some counterfeit bills, and then replaced um, the tickets, or not the tickets, replace the plates so as not to tank the economy. Um, Today, of course, is day number 81 in our 100-day marathon to Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Um, we're gonna mostly just go through the story now, because I've been playing for probably an hour and a half without realizing it. Wasn't recorded. So whatever we don't get done tonight, we will be doing in before we can open sequence 8 tomorrow. Yeah, I'm gonna punt you off the roof. Told her I was gonna kick her off the roof. Not exactly what I wanted to do, but we'll take it.
Take it easy, Linton. Settle down now.
You here to challenge me then? Unfair to sneak up on someone from behind. That's coward's play.
I'm not here to challenge you. I'm here to escort you to the police.
Whatever for? All I want is a little fun. Nothing like tossing some pub dwellers about, eh? No harm in it.
A couple of victims in the hospital. No harm in that, I suppose.
Looks like trouble is brewing. Come of that. You mark my words.
This is actually surprised at how easy this is going. Usually Westminster over here is pretty difficult. We will talk about at least 2 people today. There is a good chance the third that I had planned on talking about won't get spoken about until tomorrow. I just took out a small tree. Did that work? No, all 5 of them are still on me. was rough. That was very rough. I'll take it though.
Best be going before he's sick in the carriage.
Alright, so we're gonna go down here. There should be a carriage we can use. Well, hold on. Hair assassinate, cool. In and out. It's like just how I like it. That was quick. Well, looks like you guys are gonna get to see a little bit of Templar hunt and side by side. I didn't think I was gonna get a lot of these. Ooh, Thames is almost conquered.
Where would they be if they didn't have me cleaning up their mess? This is the last time I do a mission for them.
Oh, alright, so the guy that I apparently talked to myself was a man by the name of Benjamin Disraeli. We will meet him in this sequence. They talked about him previously. He was born on December 21st, 1804 in a Jewish family. He would be baptized Anglican at the age of 12 after his father had a dispute that I couldn't find any details on at the Bevis Marks Synagogue. After several unsuccessful attempts, he would enter the House of Commons in 1837. Actually, you know what? I bet you I can do that if I do it right. If I get up in that corner. Let me tackle this chick and then see if I can't climb this corner all the way up.
Pretending I don't exist.
He's here!
This isn't going to go well again.
Let's finish this.
Oh, he's got some quick frickin' combos. One more time. In 1846, then Prime Minister Robert Peel would split the Conservatives over his proposal to repeal the Corn Laws. This would involve ending tariffs on imported grain, and it would cause Peel to have clashes within the House of Commons, which would vault Disraeli into a major Tory figure. When Party Smith Edward Smith Stadley, who was the Earl of Derby, formed his governments, Disraeli would serve as Chancellor of the Executor and leader of the House of Commons. After Lord Derby retired in 1868, Disraeli would... hold on, let's kill this guy real quick. You see me. Alright, so the idea is stand up here. I see them both. Oh, I got it. Oh, not enough to affect though. Alright. You see that your friend's been stabbed? Got you. And go off. Alright, so now we leave. And then we'll finish talking about Benjamin Disraeli. No? Cool. Alright. So after Lord Derby retired, Disraeli would become Prime Minister on February 27th, 1868. He would stay in office until December 1st of that year, where he would then lead the opposition until he won the general election of 1874. He would end up starting his term, his second term as Prime Minister on February 20th. And this term would be dominated by what was called the Eastern Question. This was essentially a strategic competition and considerations that came out of the political and economic instability of the Ottoman Empire. Disraeli would arrange for the British to purchase major interests in the Suez Canal Company, which was located in Ottoman-controlled Egypt. After Russian victories against the Ottomans, we want to go this way. Disraeli would embark on a peace. Wow, wait, I'm reading something wrong. After Russian victories against the Ottomans, Disraeli would work at the Congress of Berlin to obtain peace in the Balkans in 1878. This would lead to favorable terms with Britain, but not so well for the Russians. This victory would establish Disraeli as one of the premier statesmen in Europe. And this after the Second Anglo-Afghan War and the Anglo-Zulu War, his public support would dwindle. And after he refused to reinstitute the Corn Laws after a poor harvest, and with cheap price of imported grain, I'm not doing a factory right now, so that will just go poorly for me.
be? Who are you and what's your game?
All right, let's.
That's your criminal weapon, that is.
That's for sure.
Get your ass back
So after the Second Afghan War, Anglo-Afghan War, and the Anglo-Zulu War, his public support would dwindle. He had refused to institute the Corn Laws and the poor harvest with the relatively cheap price of imported grain. This would anger farmers. And then his political rival, William Irwa Gladstone, conducted a massive speaking campaign, which is often cited as the first modern political campaign. The Liberal Party would beat the Conservatives in the 1880 general election, and Disraeli would actually pass on April 9th, 1881.
Well, if it isn't my dear old chum, Mr. Disraeli. Now, Prime Minister, which of your friends is about to stab you in the back?
The Corrupt Practices Bill is a vital step in reforming our government. If the majority party is allowed to dictate the results of contested elections, we can scarcely call ourselves free.
If we yield up our rights bit by bit to the courts, we can scarcely call ourselves free, son.
This is so like you, Gladstone. You would rather throw your body upon the gears of progress than surrender one iota of power.
By God, Disraeli, you are a fool.
Oh, yes.
I'll not stand idly by and watch you drag parliamentary privilege through the muck.
No, certainly not. You'd rather return us to the yoke of tyranny? Perhaps while we're at it, Mr. Gladstone, we could repeal
For the love of Christ. And then watch me get hit bean in the head with a frickin' pole. So when he passed on April 19th, 1881, he was aged 76. After his loss in the election, though, he would lead the conservative opposition until his death. And he would continue his close friendship with Queen Victoria, who had appointed him Earl of Beaconsfield 5 years before his death. And shortly before, he would complete his last novel, Endymion, which was 50 years after his first. He's still remembered for his influential voice.
Well,
Right
if it
there.
isn't my dear old chum, Mr. Disraeli.
His influential
Now,
voice
Prime
in
Minister,
world
which of your
affairs,
friends is about
his
to
role in
stab
the
you
creation of the
back?
modern Conservative Party by defining its policies and broad outreach, and he is still the only British Prime Minister to be Jewish by birth, and the first from an ethnic minority background to hold one of its highest offices of state. That alone is an amazing an achievement. I mean, that was 150 years ago, and he's still the only Jewish-born prime minister. That's crazy to me.
I'll not stand idly by and watch you drag parliamentary privilege through the muck.
No, certainly not. You'd rather return us to the yoke of tyranny?
Well, that's my own fault. That is my own fault. Not paying attention on where they were going. I'm out of it. You can tell that I'm out of it. I'm frustrated by missing that first hour.
The lesser commander should have thrown his hands up and surrendered.
Well, if it isn't my dear old chum, Mr. Disraeli. Now, Prime Minister, which Which of your friends is about to stab you in the back?
All of them.
Is a vital step in reforming our government.
Maybe this time I'll actually pay enough attention to see what's going on. Where's that cop coming? There he is.
Elections, we can scarcely call ourselves free.
If we yield up our rights bit by bit to the courts, we can scarcely call ourselves free.
This is so like you, Gladstone. You would rather throw your body upon the gears of progress than surrender one iota of power.
By God, Disraeli, you are a fool! I'll not stand idly by and watch you drag parliamentary privilege through the muck.
No, certainly not. You'd rather return us to the yoke of tyranny? Perhaps while we're at it, Mr. Gladstone, we could repeal Magna Carta and return the crown to the bloody Stuarts.
How dare you, sir? Merely because I do not wish to see government placed in the hands of judges, you would make these slanderous accusations? I'll not stand for it.
Then I shall obviate the requirement. Good evening, sir.
Did he just walk right through that guy?
B, I presume.
I don't understand why the politician is running. Like, I really don't get it. One.
Pleasure to meet you. B.
B! My name's Herbert!
And why are you following the Prime Minister?
It's just a job, sir! Some old bloke paid me to...
Smug bastard.
That's cute. Hmm. Come back here, lady. Just quick. I don't think I'm supposed to kill her.
Bloody hell! Where'd you come from?
Well, I was born in Crawley, but that's by the by. Who are you working for?
I never got his name. Old chap, big moustache, wore some kind of uniform. Who's ours, maybe?
What's his game?
Please, you'll kill me.
And a 3-story drop will shatter your legs and send you to the workhouse. Difference is you can run from him.
Tomorrow! My lads are going to attack the Prime Minister's carriage on the way to Parliament.
Perfect.
Alright. We're going to talk about that. Huzzah! And the B. His name is James Brudenell, the 7th Earl of Cardigan. Saw 7 skills. We gotta level up. Actually, what do we got? We got 6ers. Yeah, we're gonna take that one. Alright. Now where to? All the way up there. I am not going to fast travel. I should kill her though. Is that a factory? Yep, it is. not gonna mess with this. It won't go that way. If it's a Templar hunt, I'll do that, because that's just a matter of killing somebody. This is eliminate all the blighters. So that's not going to happen either. I gotta level up at least 1 or 2 more levels before I do that. And to truly do that, we have to complete the rest of the missions. What is this? These are all cops. I bet this is Scotland Yard. So let me get over to the next area and we'll talk about James Brudenell. Well, that'll keep him from talking, won't it? Alright, so James Brudenell, the 7th Earl of Cardigan, was born October 16th, 1797. Educated at Harrow School until he organized a fist fight and his father would remove him to be educated at home. He would start at Christ Church, Oxford in November 1815, although he would leave in his 3rd year without a degree. During his last term at Oxford, he'd become a member of Parliament for Marlborough. Although when he left, he would not take his seat, so he could make what was called at the time, a grand tour.
So much for the house call. I have to find a way into that carriage.
What's the meaning of this? Who the devil are you?
Prime Minister, I'm your new bodyguard, Jacob Fry.
I wasn't informed of any new bodyguard. Who's your commanding officer?
Let the boy speak, Dizzy.
Madam, apologies, but we've learned of a threat on your life, and the Met thought it best to move quickly.
Threat? What sort of threat?
That sort. If you excuse me a moment.
Where'd they come from?
Do-do-do-do. Boy, you need to get out of the way. Bring your cleaver over here, mate.
all this?
Not so fast, Your Excellency.
Hey! Get back here with that Prime Minister!
With that Prime Minister, like there's more than one at a time. Oops. Yeah, that didn't go well at all. I'm feeling I'm gonna start this over again. Maybe not. Maybe I'll catch up. Oh, wrong way.
Walk on, girl.
Okay, so his grand tour would include Russia and Sweden, and it'd be more extensive than the standard destinations of just France and Italy. When he returned, he'd take a seat in the House of Commons as a Tory. After abstaining from 3 critical votes, he'd be thrown out of his seat. It'd end up costing him, as he'd have to buy his seat as a member of the FOWI for a cost of £5,000, which is now equivalent to roughly £410,000. 2 years after buying his seat, it'd be abolished in the Reform Act of 1832, which was, of course, designed to do away with such malpractice.
Hey! Get back here with that Prime Minister!
See if I can do this better this time.
Let's go. Everyone all right?
We seem to have come through unscathed.
It was Gladstone. I bet my life on it. This is perfectly in keeping with this slick black character.
And he's hardly going to be in the band with a hatchet, what is he?
Steady on.
Okay, where are we headed? Do I need to stop?
That's a girl.
Damn Gladstone! That bloody man! He will pay for this!
Thank you. What do you intend to do about Gladstone, young man?
I assure you, Madam, Gladstone is innocent in this.
But he tried to kill my husband.
Well, we'll look into Gladstone. Perhaps you can help me with another inquiry, Madam. A gentleman with ties to Parliament, older, wears cavalry uniforms and has a large mustache.
You seem like a rough and ready sort of fellow, Mr. Fry.
Well, yes I am, actually.
And are you familiar with the poorer districts of our city?
Roughly.
Wonderful. As it happens, I've been eager to tour the Devil's Acre. If you were to escort me, I'd be happy to assist you in your inquiry.
That strikes me as a dangerous idea.
Then it's settled. Come back here to Downing Street tomorrow night, 8 o'clock sharp. Good day, Mr. Fry.
But
Good day, Mr. Fry.
I should have done some. Like, I felt like Mr. Disraeli was more important to the story than Mrs. Disraeli, but I guess I should have checked out her a little bit more than I did.
Madam,
Mr. Fry.
ready to take the air? Devil's Acre should just be coming alive.
I'm afraid I must cancel our engagement. The lawn is crawling with scandal-hunting journalists, and I simply cannot be seen in the company of someone so...
I'll see them off. You follow along when it's clear.
Yes, yes. Be gentle, won't you? The press are notoriously touchy about any violence to their person.
Ha 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 ha. I'll barely ruffle a hair on their heads.
Shh, Desmond.
That's yours, if you can get those chaps over there to follow me.
Right you are, sir. Blimey! Look! It's Squire Bancroft!
Best lead them astray before they tear me to shreds.
Neatly done, young man. Dizzy ought to keep you on to deal with the Liberals. Now, a drive is in order.
Walk on, girl.
In the car, it's the Prime Minister's wife.
I really must not be seen here, Mr. Fry.
This isn't going well. That didn't go well at all.
That's the way. Whoa, easy. Let's go.
What a rough place. Give me your arm, Mr. Fry. Let us see what the Devil's Acre has to offer.
So, of course, the Lord of Cardigan would
Is your dog quite all right?
Oh, Desmond's fine. not over fond of strangers. Or cats.
Sunlight's trespassing! You got the clock!
Give the buggers right old safety Did I say
Watch it! Feisty one! Stop that man!
That dog's gonna be annoying.
I am so sorry. He's not usually this That was quite the thrill. Shall we see what awaits us deeper in the acre?
No, I wish not, but since I have to deal with you, yeah, I guess. And since we've already...
Do you know this gentleman is a... Oh, what was it? Yes, a costermonger of all things. Remarkable how the working...
See someone! He's right there!
Oh, Mr. Fry! Mr. Fry!
Don't get in my way!
Why are you way back over here?
Oh, bravo, Mr. Fry. Wasn't that marvelous, Desmond? Oh, yes, it was. You know, this gentleman is a... Oh, what was it? Yes, a costermonger of all things. Remarkable how the working classes occupy themselves, isn't it?
Very industrious, I'm sure.
What the hell?
Shall we go?
Here's the killer!
I believe you'll require your cat for this.
Your card walloper? That's funny.
Gallantly done, Mr. Fry. Shall we press on?
What in the blazes was that for?
Alright. So, the Earl of Cardigan would find a way around this Reform Act, as he would end up distributing about 20,000 pounds, which turns into 1.7 million today, and come away as a junior member of Wellingborough, as he, and then he would inherit
Quiet, Desmond. Oh,
the
Mr. Fry.
earldom.
Those two.
Yes, they seem to be,
I've been married twice, Mr. Fry. I'm fully aware of what they're doing. God bless them.
Alright.
What sort of meat is that man selling?
best not to ask.
Why? Is it something dreadful? Is it rat?
I don't mean to be indelicate, given the present company, but another name for it is Bow Wow Mutton.
Here we are, the old one-ton pub. Best...
So this is a pint, is it? Remarkable.
Nice doggy.
Now I have to go chase the dog. Wow, that was weird. Kidding me? That was awkward. There you are.
Good boy, Desmond. Hand over the mutt.
You'll change your tune when me and my friends find you.
Now then, Desmond, to get you back to your mistress, whom I've just left entirely unattended in one of London's most dangerous pubs.
Well, if you never told your father how you felt about him, how was he supposed to know?
I never thought of it that way. I suppose deep down we all just want to be loved.
Just so. Here, have a sweetie. Oh, Desmond and Mr. Fry, I'd like you to meet... Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
John the Tosser.
Charmed. I think we better get you home.
Right you are, Mr. Fry. Come along, Desmond.
John the Tosser.
Well, well, well. If it isn't the dog walker.
Now, let's not do something we'll regret.
I can hit him from here! Hit him like a rabbit! Give my regards to
Yeah.
the devil!
All right.
Leaving at one way! Give him a good slaving!
Who's a good horse?
Who's a good horse? You are.
Well, I must thank you for a most energetic and enlightening evening, Mr. Fry.
No, thank you, madam. Perhaps now you might tell me about the man in the hussar's uniform.
Quite right. Lord Cardigan is the gentleman you seek. Tiresome man. Always blathering on about his military adventures.
Do you know where I might find him for a private conversation?
I do indeed. He's in town now, as it happens, campaigning against the Corrupt Practices Bill. Perhaps you could catch him in the Palace of Westminster. Do be careful. The government could ill afford another scandal.
I assure you, I'll be very discreet.
Yeah, because murder is very discreet, Edward.
Your stop, madam.
My stop. How delightful. Thank you. Thank you for a splendid evening, Mr. Fry. I shall be sure to speak highly of you to Dizzy. Oh, yes.
I don't think there's another one that I can do as... Nope. Level 7. I think everything I have is level 7. Wait. I thought so. Lightweight at 9 kilos. Cast iron. That's not light. Not light at all. Oh, wrong button. Need to be level 8. So that's a plus. All right. So he'd inherit his earldom after the death of his father on August 14th, 1837. We're going to take this just because I can. Even with all of the time in Parliament, he would commit himself to the army. At the age of 22, he would form his own troop of horse, and on May 6th, 1824, at the age of 17, joined the 7th. I'm sorry, that's a misprint. That was 27. He would join the 8th King's Royal Irish Hussars. Eventually, he'd buy his way through the ranks, and on March 16th, 1832, take command of the 15th King's Hussars. Well, let's see what's going on with Evie. Though he'd not physically take command until May because of the Reform Bill, that was the one that he lost his seat to.
Please tell me again where we are going.
I found a letter from the Prince Consort among Lucy Thorne's research, marked with the same insignia as your key, dated 1847.
1847.
The same year the Prince began renovations to Buckingham Palace.
You think he added a vault for the shroud?
And since there is no map of the palace with a room marked Secret Vault.
Your Highness, may I present Miss Evie Fry. Miss Fry, Maharaja Duleep Singh.
A pleasure, Your Highness.
My friend, the plans you asked for have been removed.
Removed? By whom?
Crawford Starrick, or someone employed by him. Yes, I thought you might recognize the name. I know where they are, but it is heavily guarded.
That part will not be a problem.
I thought not.
He is the third one, the Maharaja. But if we do not get to him today, we will get to him tomorrow, or very possibly sequence 9.
We're going
Because
to need
he's
a
in
plan.
one of the other two.
I can provide a distraction for the guards while you find a safe way inside.
Oh, really?
For you, Evie? Certainly.
Well, once I'm inside, I'll find someone who knows where the papers are stored.
And we will meet back on the train.
Be careful.
As you can see, they're starting to care for each other. Ah, I like Henry's outfit. Alright, what do we got? I don't plan on using Henry's distraction at all. Actually, you know I can. Actually, it won't be too bad.
What's the plan?
When you give the signal, I'll draw the guards into a fight and then use a smoke bomb to get away.
And I'll take advantage of the confusion. Ready?
Absolutely.
You're not touching that.
That's not them.
Alright. Hello. Not the leader of the Rooks, my brother is. Up.
There's an intruder!
No.
Alright, I need a way in. Down. Down. You know, I think we're gonna save Duleep Singh for, yeah, you're dead. For sequence 9. The only way we're not gonna save him for 9 and we do him tomorrow is if it takes forever to finish the,
Nothing here. Looks like I'll have to ask someone where the plans are.
a specific Templar or any Templar? That was weird. It was very weird. Alright, so there goes her body. Where is the Templar that I'm looking for? Where? Did it not spawn? Red, red, red. I bet you just any Templar.
Nicole! She's an intruder!
Does it look like I'm trying to escape? I'm trying to kidnap one of you guys.
I swear,
Yep.
miss, I don't know
Thankfully,
where
I didn't kill them all.
Taken who?
the man, dressed like you. The guards dragged him off.
Henry. The plans you stole, where are they?
I don't know anything about that.
The plans. The mission.
That's for being a dirty Templar. Alright, so that's what, yeah, let's finish talking about the Earl of Cardigan. So while he wouldn't physically take command until after the Reform Bill, of the 2 years following his appointment, he would only spend 4 weeks with his regiment.
Over here, miss.
What do you got for me, kid?
You're some of Clara's children.
They took Mr. Henry. We couldn't stop them.
I bit one of them good, though.
They dragged him off in a red carriage.
They won't get far, though. One wheel looked like it was about ready to fall off. You can see the cart tracks. It looks so wobbly-like.
On you go now.
I don't know why it won't let me. Oh, there it goes. That was weird. You can see
That
it.
cart's been run off the road. They must be driving quickly.
I see.
Straight up. All right. So he was a very interesting man from what I could gather based on his military record. So in 1841, I missed my turn, didn't I? Yep. He would be prosecuted for a duel with Harvey Tuckett and eventually be acquitted on legal technicality, which would all add to his unpopularity. The most notorious exploit took place during the Crimean War. Well, I guess still alive at least. On October 22nd, 1854, when he was physically in command of the light cavalry at the Battle of Balaclava. I missed my turn, didn't I? Oh no, I went down. Yep, missed my turn. So he'd leave a cavalry charge, reaching Russian guns before returning unscathed in a maneuver that cost the lives of about 107 men out of 674 that were in his command, though many more would die of wounds later on. December 5th, 1854, citing ill health, he would sail off for England.
That must be the carriage. Found you. Now to find Henry.
He would receive an invitation to Windsor to explain to the Queen and Prince Albert about the details of battle on January 16th, 1855.
them dragging someone out of the carriage after the wheel fell off.
She doing
They said he
here?
hit his head. Not sure why they needed to take him to the church.
Take him to the church.
I see her!
Yeah, stop talking. There's the entry over there. Hi, mates.
You're not getting out of here!
Hi. Okay. Hi.
Knocked him around pretty good. Wouldn't be surprised if it took a while.
Could have waited.
Henry.
Evie. They sent someone to move the architectural plans. Do you have them?
Did they hurt you?
I'm fine.
Let's go.
What about the plans?
The plans are lost.
Evie, I'm sorry.
Just concentrate on escaping, please.
I can't apparently run around a corner. Where are you going? Where are you going? That was weird. Is that far enough? Really?
Get Miss Nightingale to look at that. I must find the vault before Starrick secures the shroud.
We'll talk to the Maharaja again.
I will talk to the Maharaja. You will get your head looked at.
I'm sorry my capture hasn't done your plans.
You'd be safer on the train.
Even if you find the vault, you can't just walk into Buckingham Palace alone.
I won't be alone. I'll see you back at the train, Mr. Green.
It's the Purple Vengeance. Definitely not the E-Store. Ooh, that's pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Sassy assassin. Oh, let's see if I can craft any upgrades. Nope. Alright, so let's go finish this last mission, and hopefully we'll be able to talk about what's his name. Actually, should be able to Big Bennett. So, after meeting with the Queen and Prince, he'd be made Inspector General of Cavalry, although he would be denied the Order of the Garter and instead appointed Knight Commander of the Order of the Bath. After his role in the charge were rushed to print. A knitted waistcoat that was supposedly worn by the Earl during the campaign would be fashionable, and many would end up being sold. This garment would simply be known as a cardigan. Thought that was a little neat piece of history there. He'd be made colonel of the regiment of the 5th Dragoon Guards in 1859, and after his formal retirement in 1860, he'd be promoted to lieutenant general and the colonel of his favorite regiment, the 11th Hussars, which was also his first command. His parliamentary life would continue, and in 1866, he was one of the organizers of the public demonstrations of support for Jarnakan. I'm sorry, wow. Please forgive me for this one. I spelled Jamaican horribly, and that was what I was trying to say. He was one of the public supporters of the Jamaican governor, Edward Erie, and in 1867 he'd speak in favor of the Second Reform Bill, acknowledging his change of heart by saying that his quote was, "For trying to stem the time had passed, and that a vote would convey a great benefit upon every class of the community." On March 28th, 1868, he'd passed from injuries caused by a fall from his horse, probably caused by a stroke, at the age of 70. He'd be buried at the family vaults at St. Peter's Church in Dean.
About needing a password to see Lord Cardigan today.
Relax. I've got it in my pocket.
Look sharp, men. Allow no one past unless I authorize them. Cardigan has gone too far this time. I've a mind to contact Scotland Yard myself.
Come now, gentlemen. I thought us united in opposition against this perfidious law.
And from what I read about Lord Cardigan and what Miss Disraeli was saying, he did talk a lot about his military campaigns that he really wasn't a part of. So it's very funny to me how he just boistered up his military regiment when he really didn't do anything. He was there just long enough for one campaign charge and then got basically thrown out because of a duel. Alright. It's frustrating.
Seems the corrupt practices bill is likely to pass.
Lord knows Disraeli's played his cards very prettily. Nearly getting assassinated was the best thing for his career.
Seems the corrupt practices bill is likely to pass.
Lord knows Disraeli's played his cards very prettily. Nearly getting assassinated was the best thing for his career.
Hit him all at once! This will stop you! Oh dear! Stop!
That's frustrating. Really? Whoa. Just kill me, I want to start over. Thank you. Yes, we are definitely going to be talking about the Maharaja either tomorrow, well, maybe tomorrow, but definitely if not tomorrow, then during sequence 9. Alright. So don't kill any policemen, so I can knock them out then. That's fine, I can handle knocking them out.
Keep an eye on that fellow!
Bye. That didn't go well. Didn't go well at all. You guys just F off. Like seriously, just F off. See if that will work. Can you stop looking at me now? Alright. Where's the corrupt guard? Drop. I'm done with this.
Seems the corrupt practices bill is likely to pass.
Excuse me. Just beat me up. Just beat me up. I want to start over.
Show no mercy.
Thank you. Alright. For some reason I'm way over here. Alright. And of course everybody's looking in my direction. Are you freaking kidding me? I'm gonna start just murdering all of these guys.
I promise that if you stay, no one will find your body. Did you come
I have 5 pounds too.
Of course it bloody is.
Unbelievable. I told the speaker I wanted to use this room weeks ago. What's the
No, no, no. Get out of my way.
Open bribery in the very halls of Parliament? Absolutely scandalous. Did Ferris Ironworks pay you £1,000 just last month?
Oh, well.
We cannot conduct our business in private.
Needs to be better taken care of. I say we pass the keys from the royal household to Mr. Starrick and put our rights in some hands with actual aid.
Come on, stop looking for me.
Pardon me, gentlemen. Sergeant Freddie Aberline of Scotland Yard. Where might this scandalous activity be taking place?
Oh, that's just about my
Oh, yes. It's, just this way. Follow me, Sergeant, but discreetly, if you would. One doesn't like to be seen airing a fellow member of Parliament's dirty linen.
I'll
Very discreet.
You make me laugh.
Usually I would be in disguise, but my clothes all fell into the Thames.
Can we just walk? Or are you done? You done? Alright. Excuse me. That gentleman was green. Some odd reason. I don't know which side of the door the red one's on.
Surely such upstanding sentinels of Britannia are not wavering in their duties?
Password.
Balaclava.
Come in.
Ah, Minister Hacker. One moment. Dashed paperwork will be the death of us, what? Now then, let's discuss this like... Good God! Who the bloody hell...
Oh, shut up.
First time they use the double blades in assassination in this one that I remember seeing.
Coward! Villain! Alas, that the hero of Balaclava should fall not on the gloried fields of Crimea, but to an assassin's blade in the very halls of power.
Are you finished yet?
Take your bow, knave, for you have managed what no Russian battery, what no Indian tiger could achieve. Claim your trophy, and may you choke on it.
Yes, but do tell me more about Balaclava.
Farewell. Farewell, dear Britannia. Your dawn shall be dimmer that the Earl of Cardigan sees it not. God save the Queen and the 11th Hussars.
What a prick.
And oh, the tiger thing was actually something that happened too. He went hunting while out with the military, but he didn't do anything but hunt a tiger or something crazy like that. Should have killed him. But I'm done. Out. Jacob Fry. Out. Come on, dude. Run somewhere. Or get to a point to where I can fire my line. No, that's water. You don't want to go in there. I didn't want to go in the river. That is the end of sequence number 7. And that felt a lot longer than it should have.
You okay?
Apart from the death squad on our tail, apart from that.
Backup's on the way. Why are you pushing yourself so hard? It's not your job to fight Templars.
I had this colleague. He was our boss's son. I didn't much care for him at the start. Everyone treated him like he was so bloody special. To me, he just wasn't invested in anything that didn't affect him personally. But I was wrong about him. He became my friend, put himself through hell, and he saved us all in the end. So, I reckon, well, I can't apologize to him, but I don't know, I can try and live up to his example.
You are a good assassin.
Holy jeez!
Hello. It has been too long.
Galena! I mean, I have not seen you since we blew up that lab in Paris.
There were many explosions and you screamed like a baby. Bishop tells me Otzoberg is here. I will kill him for you.
Super, great news. Now, if you wouldn't mind keeping watch, I am going to lie down and die now.
Rest. We have a big fight coming.
I love Galena.
Sean and Rebecca are safe for now, but we're still relying on you to find us that shroud.
So that was the end of sequence 7. There's really not much we can do until we conquer all of London. So tomorrow what we're going to do is we're going to conquer London borough by borough until this sequence opens up. And once it does, we will go through that as well. But for tonight, that is the end of sequence 7. And even though that we seem to have missed about an hour of recording, I hope you enjoyed the content that I brought to you as much as I enjoyed everything but trying to kill the Lord Cardigan. Oh, that was frustrating. But with that being said and that being done, if you have enjoyed yourself, hit that like and subscribe button. Check the links in the description below for my social media and my website. And until next time, have a great night.